YouTube philosophers and the la la land that they live in. Now look, I'm not trying to diss every philosopher with a YouTube channel out there, nor do I really follow many, if any of them, right? For example, someone like Jay Dyer, I respect and appreciate because he's smart enough to know, he's intelligent enough to know that there might be people out there who are just as intelligent and smart as he is, but not as learned in the same subjects that he is, right? Thus, in a way, I wouldn't say dumbs down his content, but he knows how to talk to the average Joe, who might, again, be very smart, and yet have the average Joe understand what it is that he's saying. And ultimately, isn't that what you want? Don't you want to be understood, listened to, and respected by the largest amount of people? Don't you want to reach a broad audience, right? He understands this. He's smart enough to know, he's very smart, but he's smart enough to know that just because somebody is not as learned as he is in this niche that he's chosen for himself, that doesn't mean that they can't grasp the ideas that he wants to communicate. He's smart enough to know how to communicate in order to be understood, which isn't to say that he doesn't sometimes get very academic, where he has to mention certain thinkers and their political or philosophical theories, so on and so forth, use certain terminology that may not be readily understood, so on and so forth. He does get sometimes very academic, but, maybe those videos are more meant for a more academic audience or people more of his ilk, yeah? But a lot of these YouTube philosophers remind me of American journalists interviewing foreign athletes that compete on American soil, yeah? You'll have these Max Kellermans, and shout out to Dr. Greger, right? Mr. Who apparently can't talk and walk at the same time in the safety of his little cubicle, whatever the hell he is. Look, man, out here, my life is in danger, right? I'm walking, talking, and I'm not just walking on a treadmill, right? Here are some stairs, for example. I gotta go up and down hills. I gotta dodge these crazy-ass drivers that could potentially kill me, right? I mean, there's a lot more going on over here, and yet you don't see me going, right? Right, because I'm not brain fogged up like your boy over there. Who reminds me of these philosophers, by the way, because, so much as he talks about being healthy, he ain't. So much as they talk about being smart, they're dumb as fuck. Some of these guys, look. Shut your ass up. Back to Max Kellerman and journalists interviewing foreign fighters specifically. I'm talking about boxers fighting on American soil. Boxers that weren't born in the United States. They've moved to US recently. They don't speak English good. Long story short, right? These Max Kellermans and the like will interview them using big words, if you will, right? Making the sentences very complex with all kinds of commas, semicolon. By the time they're done winding up those damn sentences, it's like long intestines. See, I could walk, talk, I don't fucking stutter, I bring wordplay into this. But I guess you gotta be sharp enough and smart enough to catch on to what's going on. Anyway, these Max Kellerman types, or these philosophers in YouTube, they want to act so smart and eloquent, but in reality, what they're really showing is that they're dumb as fuck, right? Because they don't know how to dumb their shit down, basically, so that these ESL students could understand them, right? And the average person watching that, listening to, everyone should know Manny Pacquiao, right? Giving an interview, they'll say, oh, this motherfucker dumb. What is he saying? But because Manny Pacquiao doesn't speak English very well. It is what it is. So these people interviewing them are too fucking dumb to realize how fucking dumb they are. They're unable to dumb down their content to be able to have this person who doesn't speak English very good understand them, yeah? And the dumbass person watching this, instead of realizing just how fucking dumb Max Kellerman is, they think that it's this... They think it's, this Manny Pacquiao, the senator from the Philippines. Yeah, he's the dumb one. And this is exactly who these philosophers are. They're too fucking dumb to understand how to talk to normal people who don't have the same knowledge base as they do, but are just as intelligent, perhaps even more so than these people, because, I mean, there's things that I know that these clowns that pretend to be so smart, they couldn't even have a conversation with me about some of the things that I'm interested in, right? Just because I'm not interested in this intellectual pursuit that you've chosen for yourself. I mean, a little bit, I am, That doesn't mean that you're right. It doesn't mean that you figured this shit out. It doesn't mean that you're smart. If you don't know how to talk to people, if you don't know how to communicate, if you don't know how to reach a broader audience, okay? If you're making the simple fucking complex, you're not as smart as you think you are, okay? And if the things that you say are true, these theories that you've concocted, right? Because they're convenient. Let's keep it real. That's what I mean by the word contrived when I say this shit's contrived. It's because none of these people were actually convinced by the theories that they proposed. They already had a bias, and they think they found a way to justify it with big words and theories and, shit like that the average person cannot relate to. Mostly probably because they don't agree with you on some kind of base level. And you still, as far as I'm concerned, have no proof that you're right and they're wrong. In your head you may, but fuck all that. So, these YouTube philosophers, you could really, and I'm not talking about everybody, you could tell just how fucking dumb they are, because you have all these vegan wannabe philosophers who, went to this or that school, got this or that education, they got a master's in philosophy, blah, 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 while they're still fucking around, running around, telling themselves that, they're vegans because veganism is healthy, healthful. I mean, I don't give a fuck how many degrees in whatever the fuck you got. If you think veganism is healthy and that's one of the reasons why you're pushing it, you're still a dumb fucking cunt. You know what I mean? So this is why I can't really get down with debating with some of these clowns, because if your worldview, if the things that you believe are based in bullshit, like objectively, easily verifiable bullshit, well then how the fuck, I don't give a shit how fancy your words or whatever cognitive tricks, don't let me die now, you may be using, whatever, oratory skills you may possess, that still don't make you right. You're still just a dumb cunt. Okay, if you think the vegan diet is healthful, I don't give a fuck how many degrees you got. You're still a dumb cunt, alright? So, that's why I can't really get down with some of these, pretentious pricks. It's because, they don't know how to talk to people, basically. Okay? And if you don't know how to talk to people, how the fuck do you think you're going to implement change in this world when you can't even communicate with anybody except for, a select few in some stuffy room somewhere, and most of whom disagree with you anyway, so how good are you at communicating what it is you believe is true? Not very good at all. So, shout out to all the real philosophers, the people that are, able to communicate with intelligent people, smart people on the street level or what have you. Shout out to all you guys who don't reject fucking reality, who accept reality for what it is instead of twisting reality and using what you think is philosophy to justify, your bullshit ass belief that's grounded in fucking nothing, or if you're lucky, nonsense. Anyway, I'm rambling, man. I got shit to do. If you're some kind of philosopher and you want to come to my channel debating me because of something I said you disagree with, that's fine, but we're not going to be talking your language, alright, homie? We're not. So, shape up, study up, learn how to fucking talk to people, Learn how to be smart, okay? Not just book smart, not just educated, but learn how to be actually, factually, effectively intelligent, okay? And then we could chop it up, and then we're gonna have fun talking to one another. Otherwise, you could shove your bullshit up your ass because you're just stacking bullshit on top of bullshit. You're polishing a fucking turd, trying to convince people that is legit because it smells good. When we all know the shit stinks. We all know the shit stinks. All right, so keep on telling yourself that you're an intelligent person while eating a vegan diet for health. I mean, come on, man. Anyway, it's raining. I got shit to do. There's people around. Did I stutter? Didn't think so. Peace.